Hey, hi, happy day, happy life, happy journey. Wow. So glad to be back with you all today. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to share with you what's going on. What's going on? Just really excited to welcome you. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Glad that you're here. We're talking today about death for the living, right? It sounds like an uplifting conversation, but listen, let me tell you. Hey, Amanda, welcome. I want to share with you guys what's been going on. I was not here last week because I was with my 95-year-old father in Tucson. We got a call. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad you guys are joining. Thank you for being here. I missed you too, Amanda. I really missed doing the Facebook Live. Gail, happy day, happy life, happy journey. I was with my dad. We got a call last week that said, it was 2 weeks ago, actually, after I did the last Facebook Live. Hey, Stephanie, hi from Canada. We got a call. My dad was in the hospital, and the doctor spoke with me and my family. Jody, nice to see you. Good afternoon. He and Diane, hello. So the doctor said, hey, you guys really should come home. And I said, great, I'll get a flight out tomorrow. And she said, no, I think you should come home today. That was at 2:00 in the afternoon on Thursday. And I was in Tucson by 9:00 that night. And my dad had this, he's 95, he's had heart failure, a COPD, his lungs were filling up with fluid and blood. His heart was pumping blood into the lungs, but wasn't strong enough to pump it out. And it's just kind of 95-year-old issues. Hi, Amber. Hello. So I went to Tucson and I got to spend time with my dad, which was really amazing. But what it really brought forth for me was a deeper appreciation of living. And the thought came to me that when we don't think about death, we're actually more dead. When we don't have an awareness of how important our life is and how finite, like the one thing we know, we don't know what life has to offer, but we know one thing, that it is finite, that it is not, that this incarnation of our life, this human form is finite. Our lives, we are eternal. We are eternal beings, but our human incarnation has a finite amount of time. We don't know what that time is. And so it became really clear as my dad went through this process that how much I squandered time because I had this idea that death was not as close to me, right? And I really, even after my dad was going through this, it was like, okay, he's 95, it's today the day. Is today the day he's transitioning. So every day we get up, how is he today? How is today? What about the next day? How's today? And all of a sudden it was a realization that death is no closer to the old than it is to the young. Death is no closer to my father than it is to you or I. You could walk out the door and an engine off an airplane could fall out of the sky and hit you. In Beverly Hills, there's a problem with palm trees falling. Like people are walking by, bam, palm tree hits them. Like, we don't know. We don't know what our time is, but we have this illusion that I'm healthy, I'm, young-ish, well, certainly younger than 95, and I got time. I can watch a few more episodes of Netflix. I can not go to that event. I can, be a hermit or whatever it is that I'm putting off. I'll do that later. I'll do that tomorrow, right? But then the immediacy of how's dad today? What's today like? Okay, is today the day? Like that is how we should be living our lives. That is the realization that when we feel like death is further away from us. Hey, Greg in Denver, Colorado. I love Colorado. Thank you, Amber. When we feel that we have time, that we can put it off, then we actually become more dead. We actually start meandering through life with a sense of, I can do it later, right? But when there's an immediacy, when we have the realization, when we contemplate death, really that's the invitation today, is to contemplate death. Not in a morbid way, but to contemplate the fact that we will all be there. It could happen when we're 95, or it could happen tomorrow. And what would it be like if this was the last day, right? This realization makes us more alive. So the irony is, we as a society, we as a culture tend to put it off. We don't want to think about it. We're invested in the young. We're invested in looking good. We're invested in being youthful. We're invested in all this stuff. And we put off, because there's this unconscious race consciousness that says, youth is where it's at, baby, and we're invincible and we're immortal and we worship youth and we worship all of those things, right? And really, the contemplation of our finite time here and what death really is, that it comes to us in strange and mysterious ways, that we know not what is in front of us. This kind of contemplation for just a few, do it for a week, do it for 1 week, live in that, like, whew, what if today was the last day? What if this was the last, what was this? This is the last interaction that I had. How would this interaction be? How would this, like, it's not like, wow, this is just another Facebook Live. I'm going to do another next week. If I don't hit it like this time, I'll get it next time. And hopefully you guys will come back. No, this is it. This has got to be, I got to put everything in this. I got to put all of it. I got this. You got this. We're going to do it now. Now's the time. So I'm going to make this the best that it can be. I'm going to I'm going to put all of my energy, all of my attention, all of my focus into this now moment, right? Into this present moment, because that's really living, because we have an awareness of our death, right? So the irony is, the more we put off and shove aside and don't contemplate, don't want to think about the inevitable, the more dead we really are. The more awareness we have of the finite time that we have on this earth, the more alive we are. I'm just going to check into some of the people that joined. Tammy, hello. And Thomas and Isla, beautiful. And Cheryl, love you. Zinlin, Wade, great. Shanti, Gail, thank you. Oh, as a hospice nurse, Gail, wow, yes, this is it, man. This is it. That when you work in hospice, wow, I'm so grateful. Dad's in hospice right now. I'm so grateful for the hospice nurses and for this realization that we are, that these beautiful people that are angels that just help him be comfortable. So this is the piece. Now, here's the thing. I want to go further than just death, right? This is a great meditation and something that I think is apparently from the comments that we're getting. Antoine, thank you, from Bavaria, that this is something that a lot of people are considering. Now, I want to say the next step, right? There's the contemplation of death, but the next step is to make a commitment. The next step is to make up our minds, right? So what's the practice? The principle is that life is precious, and we need to be in the present moment. And as we access the present moment, as we're fully here now, I love Ram Dass's book, Be Here Now, and I frequently say that to myself. So I want to give you the invitation that when I notice my mind wandering, when I notice looking at my watch, when I notice that I'm kind of like, all right, well, what am I going to have for dinner? I'm in the middle of a meeting, or I'm talking to somebody and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do later. That's the time I say to myself, be here now. Be here now. Just that phrase. So one, the invitation, be here now. Because in the present moment, we have access to the eternal now. The present moment is our gateway to the eternal now. The present moment is our access point to something that is greater, because there's no past and there's no future. The past is a memory, it's a dream, and the future is an illusion. All we have is right now. And time is not linear with past, present, and future. That's a linear Newtonian view of time. Time is vertical, and it's all happening now. There's this moment, and there's another moment, and another moment, and it's all in this now moment, in this eternal present. Because the truth is, The quantum field of all oneness, the quantum field, the unified field, is infinite possibility, pure potential, all possibility existing at the same time in one space, super high vibratory frequency. And we are at a different vibratory frequency. We're in physical form. We've moved from energy, we've moved from wave to particle. We've moved from energy to matter. And remember, E equals mc squared. Energy equals matter through time, right? So when we're in time, we're matter. But when we step out of time, then time becomes vertical. Out of time, linear time, that's in matter. Vertical time, that's quantum. That's the quantum field of all possibility. And we can access any moment, any time. We can move in and out of these spaces. And so the first piece is be here now. Right? A contemplation of death brings us to an awareness of the present moment and how precious this present moment is. And in that present moment, we have access to the eternal now. We have access to all of the possibility, all of the knowledge, all of the wisdom, all of the power, all of the intelligence, all of the creativity, all of the abundance. It's all present right now, right here, right now. That's all we have to remember. Be here now. So the invitation is for us to say, be here now. When I'm thinking of something else, when I'm thinking of doing, love you too, Cheryl. Thank you. Don Leese, hello. Rubio used to fear death every second. And now in their 50s, they're not scared. I want a good death for me and my kids. Yes. Rubio, I totally agree. I'm in my 50s too. I'm hitting 50 this month. And this is it, baby. We are welcoming this friend of ours, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief out, with time's brief hours and weeks, but bears it out until the edge of doom. And if this be error and upon me proved, no man ever writ, nor no man ever loved. That's Shakespeare sonnet 116, I believe. And it is true, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Though we fade with time, the human figure fades with time, love, the eternal energy of love, the eternal energy of light, the eternal being and presence is eternal and does not alter with time's brief hours and weeks, but bears it out until the edge of doom. And there is no edge of doom, for time is eternal, for life is eternal, rather. Time is finite. Life is eternal. All right, so the first thing, marinating on death. Secondly, bringing our awareness to the present moment, which is access to the eternal now. And now we're in the present moment. What do we have to do? We have to make a commitment. We have to make a commitment to spirit. We have to make a commitment to ourselves. We have to make up our minds. Make up our minds. This is the truth. When I say I'm not going to do something, I always leave myself a back door. Well, this situation happened. I can have a cigarette, right? No, I quit smoking. I'm not smoking, right? I made up my mind. So, it's been a long time, but with this situation with my dad, I wanted a cigarette so bad. And I was so many times going to the 7-Eleven or the Circle K and looking for buying a pack of cigarettes. I didn't do it, because I made up my mind. It was hard, but I made up my mind. I wanted that. I wanted it because I wanted to delay. I wanted to distract myself. So when we make up our minds, we are in control of our minds. And what's really happening so often with compulsive behaviors, with things that distract us from the present moment, it's not our minds, it's our body. It's our body and the programmed habitual thought patterns that are leading us. And our actual mind is being controlled by physical emotion and by habitual thought patterns that are unconscious belief systems. And so the self-talk is so important. I find this very powerful. I want to offer this invitation to you. Sometimes when I say, I don't really feel like doing this, I say, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this right now. I actually say to myself, no, you sit right here. We're going to rest when I say we rest. We're going to, right now, this is what we're doing. Got it? I literally say that to myself. Like, no, sit, stay, stay. I have to be like that, right? Stay here right now. Be here now, I say to myself. And I'll rest. I will rest when I say I'm going to rest, not when my body says that, or my brain, my mind says, no, I don't want to do it. No. Make up our minds. We make a commitment to spirit. What is your commitment to God? What is your commitment to this presence? What is this commitment to your higher self right now? I'm going to commit to be present in every moment. Now, I'm not going to be present in every moment. As one of my favorite teachers said, I'm not asking to never fall asleep again. I'm just asking to wake up faster when I do, right? That's the key. I'm not asking. That was Reverend Kathleen. Hi, Martika, Tati. So great to see you, Hermana, Thomas. Thank you. God bless you and your mom. And man, Thomas, I feel my mom on my shoulder too. Right back. Actually, it's this side. Right back here. Yes, I feel her touch when I'm in meditation. Thomas just said, that he felt his mother's touch on his shoulder after, and that's where I feel my mother's touch. So here's the thing. Make a commitment to spirit. We make up our minds. This is what I'm doing right now. Don't let your body and your feelings control your mind. Pull your mind out of the body, as Joe Dispenza says. Pull your mind out of the automatic habitual thought patterns and awaken your mind through your imagination. So here we have this. Here's what we've talked about today. A rumination on death. Thinking about death, ironically, makes us more alive. Denying death lets us think we have lots of time and we can meander through life. Once we realize and have a deep appreciation of this now moment, being present in this now moment, we then can access the eternal now. We access the eternal now in the present moment. And through access to the eternal now, we have access to all the power, all the presence, all the creativity, all the excellence, all the abundance, all the joy, all the love, all the beauty, all of it. In the now moment, it's all happening now. And now we can say, with this deep realization, I'm going to make a commitment. What is your commitment to spirit? What is your commitment to your higher self? Make up your mind. Simply make up your mind and then talk to yourself. This is what I'm doing and I love it. No, JJ, you're not going to do that. We're doing this. About that, we're going to do this. You can watch that next episode of Mind Hunter later. You can, right now, we're going to read. Right now, we're going to finish that task that you didn't get done at work, and that way it's going to be picked up, it's going to be off your list. These are the things that are really in my mind now, that all came up with my father in mind. That when we make our commitment to spirit, when we say, this is what I'm doing now, then we awaken our minds through our imagination. And this is the final piece, is that while there's lots of things to do, to really live our lives fully, we must enlarge our lives and our experience through our imagination, right? We should be daydreaming a lot more. Daydream a lot more. Yes. Get your head in the clouds, right? There's things to do. Be present, do your tasks, make up your mind, and then use your mind, your brilliant, beautiful, gorgeous brain, to imagine a future that you would love to experience. Imagine it and feel it now, right? So the idea is, Joe Dispenza says, as you send out the idea, right? A clear idea, you send it out into the vibrational frequency that is the creative medium that responds to our thinking, that is all around us. That's a metaphysical principle. When we send out the idea, the thought, the vibe, and what is a thought? Reverend Michael says a thought is a unit of energy, a unit or frequency of energy. When we send it out, then we have to have the feeling of it. And the feeling of it draws it back to us. And we have the feeling of it in the now moment. Think about it like somebody is giving you a gift. Not that they're going to give you a gift, but they already gave it to you. You have it. And now you're grateful for it, right? That is the state that we want to be in. So once we make our commitment to spirit, once we make up our minds, make our commitment, then we use our imagination to enlarge our experience by using this time to play Yes, to play, to have fun, to imagine. We should be daydreaming. We should be working in the hardness of life. The struggle is real about 1% of the time. And 99% of the time, we should be thinking about all of the good that we want to experience, that we would love to experience. And then we should be feeling that experience as if we've already had it. The great master teacher says, pray as if your prayers have been answered. And this man had a deep understanding of the truth that I and the Father are one, that I and the eternal presence are one, and that all things are possible right here and right now. When we really believe that, and there's no contra energy taking us away from that truth, when all of our thoughts and beliefs are moving in the right direction, power. Then we're moving mountains, walking on water, raising the dead, and turning the fish and the loaves into many. That is what's available. That is the truth in this now moment, when we access the now moment and awaken our minds to our imagination. So I think I've hit it. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to share with you. And I'm so grateful for this community. I just want to acknowledge Cristina, hermana, bienvenidos. Me haces falta mucho. Daryl, hello. Angel, great to see you. And Lindsay, so grateful. Angel, welcome from Salt Lake. So beautiful to have you all here. Thank you. Love yourself. Yes, Daryl, love yourself. Man, we're so hard on ourselves. I agree, brother. We are so hard on ourselves. Amanda, and so it is. Yes, indeed. So I'm grateful in this moment. So grateful to recognize this truth. So grateful for the words that have expressed. And I have to say thank you to all of you for this beautiful community that we're building. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful that we get to talk, and for your interactions, and all the people that I'm not seeing on here. Thank you. And I'll be back next week. We'll keep going and growing. Remember today to make your commitment to think about death so that you can live, to make your commitment to spirit, to make up your mind, and to awaken your mind through your imagination, for it's all happening now. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Peace and richest blessings. My mother would say peace and choicest blessings. And I'll just leave you with this prayer my mother used to say to us from the book of Numbers. It was her favorite prayer. May the Lord bless you and keep you and shine his face upon you and raise you to his countenance and bring you peace. God bless you. Thank you.